a gold medal at the 2018 Olympics was beyond Callie Flanagan's wildest dreams.
You know, you're trying to hug as many teammates as you can at once. There are tears, like happy tears streaming down your face, tears of disbelief, like, oh my gosh, this childhood dream that I've had since I was a little kid just came true.
After the momentous victory, national celebrations.
We had a really big week after we went on Ellen DeGeneres. That was a really cool experience. We did the Jimmy Kimmel Show. We did the NHL store, Snapchat headquarters. That was really cool. It was crazy.
When Callie came back down to earth, she returned to Boston College and her senior year. Hudson's hometown hero got a full-ride scholarship to the Division I school. Upon graduating in May, she would have liked to turn pro.
Growing up, little boys can dream to be in the NHL one day, and they can make a career out of playing hockey. They have a living wage. Little girls don't have that same, capability to have that same dream right now.
Hundred of the sport's elite players have now made that dream their mission. They've formed the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association, addressing the need, they say, for a pro hockey league with good pay, benefits, and working conditions, circumstances that don't exist in the current North American League. The Dream Gap Tour, with exhibition games and youth clinics. Aims to draw attention to their plight.
It's for the next generation, so that these little girls can have bigger and better opportunities than we've had and that we continue to not have right now.
The players, the best of the best, including Olympic superstar Hilary Knight, who scored the first goal in the gold medal game, pledged to sit out the regular season.
It's that important to us that we're not going to play for a year. We're not playing anywhere in North America professionally, and that's why we've sort of filled that gap with the Dream Gap Tour.
Hudson is one of several stops on the tour. Cyclones Arena is owned by Callie's dad, Bill Flanagan, who played Division I hockey at RPI. Though he never made it to the NHL, the dream existed, and he wants the same for his talented daughter.
If you've never seen a women's hockey game, come watch it because it's amazing. And I'm saying that from 27 years of coaching men and boys, and it's just as good. And you know what? I think the day's coming, and I can't wait. So they deserve it.
Bill watched Callie blossom on the ice, starting out at 4 years old, figure skating.
My sister and I actually had a figure skating competition, and she got first place and I got third, and I cried.
The next day, Callie switched to hockey.
At 6, I started doing like on-ice clinics and things like that, and I started playing boys when I was 6 or 7.
Callie made varsity while in the 8th grade, and then when she hit high school, she went off to the National Sports Academy in Lake Placid. Later, the Blue Liner helped Boston College set a new record with 14 shutouts in one season. And then, the Olympics came calling.
Making that phone call home to my parents was just crazy.
It had been 20 years since the USA won gold in women's hockey. The matchup against arch-rival Canada came down to a tense shootout.
We're sitting there arm in arm with each other, just kind of holding on to each other for dear life.
And when Team USA pulled off the win, Callie's dad, watching from the stands in South Korea, broke down.
I was in a full tear. I mean, I just lost it. I just couldn't believe it actually happened. And yeah, absolutely, I was in. I could have filled a bucket.
And now the next generation hopes to follow in Callie's footsteps.
Good job.
Running drills and learning skills from top players.
What impressed me the most they can be so calm but stick handle so much, and how they can move around in such a cool manner but be so fast.
13-year-old Jessie Noonan has been playing hockey for nearly half her life. She was dying to meet one player.
Hillary Knight. It was awesome.
Jessie's mom, who played high school hockey, believes these clinics and meet and greets give her daughter an advantage.
I wish we'd had it back then, right? And to be able to actually meet Hillary Knight, who came from Hanover, where Jessie plays, I mean, it really makes it personal and it's really inspirational.
Lots of starstruck kids as they meet their idols.
My dream is to be just like Hillary Knight and Marie-Philippe Poulin.
The admiration is not lost on the Olympians.
It kind of warms my heart a little bit. I mean, it means we're doing something right. When these young players grow up, we want to give them a strong female role model. And to be able to fit those shoes is a huge honor and a big responsibility.
Hillary, Callie, and the rest of the team know the real value of a gold medal is when it's held up for others to see.
Again, that's the best part of having a gold medal after all is said and done, and being able to achieve that goal. But the next best part about it is being able to share it with the next generation of girls that are coming up.